Hi guys, this is Lehrbehr here with a 8-4 AVR draft for the MTGO. We open up our first pack to see crap, which seems to be a theme for my videos. The best cards in the pack are Demonic Taskmaster, Appeal from Reality, and Stonewright. I think that blue is stronger than black in this format, as I think I've stated before. So I'm going to take the Appeal from Reality here and try to force that, even though Demonic Taskmaster may be stronger. I think the blue deck, the blue cards in this format are just stronger than black. So we're going to take the Appeal here. And the next pack we get past Lone Revenant, who's really solid and who actually works well with the black theme in this set of like trying to isolate your guys. So we may pair this with black, but I think the Lone Revenant is good enough that we would probably end up playing it anyway. Other cards of note in this pack, there's another Appeal from Reality, Soul Cage Fiend, Mad Prophet, Nettle Swine, but Lone Revenant is the strongest card in the pack, so we're going to take that. Next up here we have strong cards in the pack are Deathwind, Handwear Lancer, and Bone Splinters. I'm going to take the fact that we got past a Deathwind to be a signal that black may be open in this pack. It does pair well with our Lone Revenant, so we're gonna try to build a blue-black kind of sack your creatures kind of deck, I think, if we can pull that off. So we should keep that in mind, but Deathwind's the strongest card in this pack by a lot, so we're going to take it. In this pack, this is interesting. There's a Gold Knight Redeemer, a Vessel of Endless Rest, a Wingcrafter, a Ghoulflesh are the cards that I'm basically considering taking. I don't want to take the Gold Knight Redeemer because we haven't seen any white cards of note before this, so I don't think white's open, and seeing a Gold Knight Redeemer at 4 is not really a signal. I don't think Wingcrafter actually works very well in the deck that we're trying to build. It looks like we're going to try to build a more controlling type deck, and if we are, the Ghoulflesh or the Vessel is probably going to be better. I think we can find Ghoulflesh later, and if we splash something, Vessel is probably going to be better. The reason I'm taking Vessel here is because basically control decks want as much mana as possible to do as much. You know, you're going to play out your spells over a longer period of time, so the more mana you have, the better. In this next pack, there's a Moonlight Geist and a Haunted Guardian. Haunted Guardian's a pretty solid defender against faster decks, and Moonlight Geist isn't that strong of a signal to go into white for me, so I'm actually going to take the Haunted Guardian here and stick with our control deck kind of plan. Here, cards of note are Lightning Prowess, Elgod Shieldmate, Zealous Strike. We're going to take the Shieldmate here. I think it's a decent Soulbonder. We haven't seen a ton of red to make us think that Lightning Prowess is going to be good for us. Although we could take it because the only card that is really outside of blue right now is the Deathwind. But I think taking the Shieldmate here is fine. So in this pack we have couple interesting choices. So I think white actually might be open because we do have two solid playables here, Thrombin Valiant and Farbog Explorer. We also have a Driver of the Dead, and Tormentor's Trident is also a pretty strong card. Tormentor's Trident doesn't work with the kind of deck that we want to build. Driver of the Dead is solid if we're trying to build that sack with Bloodflow Connoisseur type deck and cards like that to get card advantage. It works with the theme of our deck. White may be open, but I don't think Driver of the Dead is that much weaker than either Thrombin Valiant or Farbog Explorer, so we're going to take it there. Here, there's nothing much of note. Scroll of Avacyn, Midvast Protector, and Dual Casting. I think I'm just going to take the Dual Casting because it's a rare. Here, a Foil Plains. Spectral Gateguards, Grave Exchange. We're just going to take the Grave Exchange because it's in our colors. Here we'll take And we'll basically just fill out the rest of our deck. Devout Champion's playable, so we'll take that. Cloud Shift is also playable, so we'll take that. So yeah, it looked like white was open in that last pack, but nothing was really terribly strong in white, which makes me think that, I think it was fine to pass on all that white. The strongest card that we saw was at pick 4 with Gold Knight Redeemer. But considering we have picked a Deathwind in black, I think we should be okay, considering that I do believe that Deathwind is a stronger card than Gold Knight Redeemer. But we'll see what we get in the next pack. So in the next pack we open the white nuts. We open Avacyn, Angel of Hope, Riders of Gavany, Seraph of the Dawn. The only cards for us are really Scrapskin Drake. I'm not sure how strong Avacyn is. It's an 8 mana flyer, which is normally, it's 8 mana. I actually think Riders of Gavany is stronger than Avacyn, considering it comes down a lot earlier. Getting an 8 mana can be hard. So I actually think I might take the Riders of Gavany here. We can also reuse it with Heal from Reality. I think it's better than Seraph of the Dawn. We're going to take that here. The next best card for us is probably Scrapskin Drake, but I think the Riders of Gavany just... Considering the last pack where white was open, I think we can take this card and try to get some white in these next couple packs. So cards for us here are Mistraven, and that's about it. There's a Soul Cage Fiend and an Alchemist Apprentice. I hate blue in this set right now because there are no good 2 blue drops besides Apprentice, and he's not even that good. And 2 drops are so important in this format considering how fast it is. But we're going to take the Mistraven here because I think it's just the best card in the pack on top of everything else. Here we get past... there's a Demon Lord. There's a Demon Lord of Ashmouth, which works so well with that black theme that we were trying to go with earlier. A very strong card, but there's also a Mistraven. This is tough. So I'm going to show all again because we may actually end up playing black now if we take this Ashmouth. I'm really not sure about this pack. I'd like you guys to talk about it in the comments below. Whether you would stick with the Mistraven, because we're probably definitely playing blue right now, or the Demon Lord. Demon Lord is very strong. I think we're going to go with the consistency of staying with blue right now. And see what this pack really shows us. And Mistraven is just a really strong card. So we get past a Bloodflow Connoisseur, and a Corpse Traders, and a Human Frailty. So black is probably open in this pack. We're going to take the Bloodflow Connoisseur and try to work with that Sack Outlet type deck that we were thinking about earlier because it is the most important card for that archetype, by far. Here, so at this point it doesn't look like we'll be playing white. Here, the best card for us is probably Searchlight Geist. We may want to consider Ghostly Flicker later if we get like more Mistravens or other come into play effects. But the 2/1 flyer for 3 will be our pick. Here, we could take the 2/1 flyer again, but the 2/3 flyer is just better. So we're going to take that. In this pack, we have the option between Soul Cage Fiend and Searchlight Geist. I like Soul Cage Fiend a little bit better considering that we're going for the Sack Outlet type deck right now. And it basically has an effect when it dies. So we're going to take that, hopefully pick up some more Bloodflow Connoisseurs, and see what we can do. We're not going to play any of these cards. We're going to take the most playable card here, which is not Dreadwaters, which would be the pick if we were going to just take an in-color card. I think we're going to take the... It's either U-Spirit or Pathbreaker Worm. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. We're going to take the U-Spirit. And here we get a late Undead Executioner, which is really, really good for our deck. If we get a couple more Bloodflow Connoisseurs in the next pack, we can really take advantage of it. Next is Soul Cage Fiend. The Renegade Demon is fine, I guess, but we really want to try to. I really want to try to build up that up on Bloodflow Connoisseurs and take advantage of that theme. Here we'll just take the Grave Exchange, although I doubt we'll play both, or even one. So right now, things are looking pretty interesting for us. We have Haunted Guardian early, which is nice. Pale from Reality, so we'd like a couple more spells and also maybe a few more 2-drops, preferably the Butcher Ghouls if we see them, and also 1 or 2 more Bloodflow Connoisseurs, because the Bloodflow Connoisseurs are really the card that this deck is built around, and we open Entreat the Angels. So basically, I just think that Magic Online is really just fucking with me right now. We're not going to take Entreat the Angels, it's too late, although that card is ridiculously powerful. I'm not even sure how much it's worth in tickets. I'm not. I'm gonna stay true to the idea of this draft. I'm not gonna take the tickets even if it was worth money. I'm gonna show you guys a good draft. The pick here is either Mistraven, Butcher Ghoul, or Haunted Guardian. Between the two 2-drops, I want Butcher Ghoul because it has an effect when it dies. Mistraven, we already have 5 4-drops, not enough 2-drops. Although Mistraven is stronger, and I really hate to say this, I think we have to take the Butcher Ghoul here, because it's just better for the kind of deck that we want to build. I want to kind of emphasize this in my drafting. I don't want to just take the best card, but I actually want to try to build a deck, which is very important, because although Mistraven is just the better card by far, I think taking the Butcher Ghoul here is better for the idea of the deck that we want to build. And here, so there's a Griff Vanguard, there's a Bloodflow Connoisseur, Wolfear Avengers here as well. But we're going to take the Bloodflow Connoisseur. I don't think we can afford to pass this if we don't get another one, because our deck is really built around the card. So we're going to take it. Griff Vanguard isn't that great anyway, so we're going to take the Bloodflow Connoisseur here. So we get past another Bloodflow Connoisseur, which is nice. I think we're perfectly fine taking another one. 3 will really allow us to take advantage of all of our sack outlets. So we're going to take the Bloodflow Connoisseur again here. In this pack, there's not much for us. We could take a Galvanic Alchemist. We already have 15 creatures though, and I don't see us playing it. I think here we're going to take the Thunderous Wrath because it's the strongest card in the pack. In this pack, the only real playable card for us is the Narstad Scrapper. Everything else is unplayable for us, so we're going to take that. So it looks like red is 100% open, considering that we got a, what pick is this? 6th pick Pillar of Flame? We could take another Soul Cage Fiend, but we have 16 creatures already. We have a Vessel of Endless Rest. And Pillar of Flame is removal, so I think we might splash it. Conjurer's Closet does work with our 2 Mistravens. I don't think we have any other come into play effects, however. So I think we might actually take the Ghostly Flicker. I think we'll probably take the Ghostly Flicker here. I'm not sure we have enough cards to really play it, or really take advantage of it though, unfortunately. But we'll take it anyway. Here, what does this card do? Oh, it becomes a copy of that creature? That'd be kind of funny with Soul Cage Fiend. But I don't think we're going to take it. I think we're going to take Mental Agony. It's a good sideboard card against other control type decks. So we'll take that there. Here we're just going to take a Bladed Bracers, I suppose. In this pack, I think we're going to take the Predator's Gambit. It'll be nice to try to really go all in on that one creature if we do have it. and I think we might actually play the card. And then we're just going to fill out the rest of our deck. We have a favorable wins, but I don't think we have enough flyers for it. Yeah, I think we only have 3 or 4 flyers. So this works out pretty well. If we sack a lot of guys to Bloodflow Connoisseur, what we worry about is the fact that they can bounce it, but we also have a shield made for it, which is nice. Overall, I don't mind this deck. It is a lot more control-y than the decks that I've built previously, but I think it has potential. So we're going to definitely play the Vessel of Endless Rest. And then Butcher Ghoul, and also the Haunted Guardian. I'm sad that we didn't pick up another Butcher Ghoul, but I think that was definitely the right pick. Although Mistraven is just better, we didn't end up finding any more 2-drops. So I think it was the right pick. Driver of the Dead is fine. Mental Agony. We won't play Mental Agony in the main. Undead Executioner. I'm not sure if we'll play a Grave Exchange yet. Appeal from Reality is good. Graskin Drake. Shieldmate. Mistravens. Lone Revenant. So right now that leaves us at 18. With 15 creatures. We're gonna put all the spells to the bottom. So we only have 3 spells, so we're gonna play a Grave Exchange. I think we'll also play a Predator's Gambit. I'm just gonna reset these, so that way I can see all the piles for converted mana cost. So now we're looking for 3 more playable cards. We're gonna play that Pillar of Flame that we took to splash. I don't think that we can play the Thunderous Wrath, because if we don't Miracle it, it's gonna be impossible to cast for us, basically. Although we could play Mountain and Vessel, we would need to draw both of those cards to play the unmiracled Thunderous Wrath, so we won't play it. We could play 2 Grave Exchanges, that's an option, but that seems pretty bad to me. I think we'll play a Narset Scrapper, and I think we'll also play what I'm thinking right now is either Ghostly Flicker or Mental Agony. I think Mental Agony is just better against an unknown opponent, because Ghostly Flicker only really works with our Mistraven. I guess it does reset our Butcher Ghoul, but other than that, it's not that great. So we're going to play the Mental Agony there, not 2 Grave Exchanges. We're predominantly black, but we do have these. The problem is we have these Soul Cage Fiends at 3, and then 2 Mistravens at 4, which is tough. But I think it's probably going to suggest something like 1 Mountain, 9/7, like 9/7/1. Or 10/6/1, which I believe is not right. I'm going to go down to 10/7/1, because we do also have a couple of Bloodflow Connoisseurs at the 3, so we do have playables if we don't hit double swamps. So we're going to try this out. And that's about it for the draft. I'll see you guys in round 1. Tell me if you guys would have taken any of those picks differently. I know that white was probably open, and we did open some bomby rares. So tell me what you guys thought about the draft. I'll see you guys in round 1.